Hey there guys, how you doing? Ice9 doing another Madden Mobile video. Starting to hear some feedback here on that Weddle card from a guy who just played him in head-to-head and said that he just went over the top all day on the card. So, I don't know. That's a very small sample size. We will know because I'm sure he'll be on a lot of people's teams. So, we're going to be playing him quite a bit, I assume. But the feedback so far is you're able to throw over the top of them. One thing I will say, we had that signature Ed Reed card last year that was, man, to give you guys an idea, we had a 98 safety in this game in October last year. And some similar stats to this one, wasn't as strong as I recall, but the zone and man coverages were really good, and the card was just a ball hawk. This year with this, especially now that Olsen is out, and that means a lot of people are running two tight end setups with Gronk in the slot. That's going to be a mismatch, even if this card had good jump. But what I've heard so far is you could throw over the top on this guy. Just doesn't have the height or the jump to really compete. Obviously, on Hall of Fame, he's going to make some plays, low throws and things like that, zone coverage, bullet passes, things like that. But over the top, I've heard that you could just moss this guy all day, is what I've heard so far. But that's one person's report. I have not played him as of yet. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. We've got a drive against Noel Katz, who's very good. And we're going to play a few people, and we're going to check out teams and see if we could find this guy. Yeah, I just can't get it done there. 32%. So 32% better. Try to do something else here. So let's see who he's got on defense. So he's got Sanders, who's 5'8", which is a little bit of a mismatch too, but probably a better card than that Weddle card. But in any case, no matter what players are out there, we got to try to get a win out of this one. And 32% against the short pass is an extremely high number. Might have to try mixing in some other things here. Alright, so we're going to start with the short passing. And if I can't get anything done through that, a little bit of a crowd. And do some curls flats here. And hoping Jones would come back for the ball. And he did. Helped me out. Really helped me out by coming back for the ball, because otherwise that was tight coverage. It's counter. Okay. And the thing is, I'll just get chewed up this way. Eventually I'll catch counters at the wrong time. A little truck job there. We're going to switch it up. We're going to try something else. That looks like a counter though. That is a counter. 22% though. 22%. We're going to try FL middle. And there we go. Nice completion there. And then we're going to try that again. Bullet that into the corner for the touchdown and the win. So finally found a little crack in this guy's counters with the play action. He might have had a setup in there specifically for my defense, really trying to take away the short pass. And what it was doing, well, I was just not making plays before, but You know, this defense obviously plays really well, but 32% with my short passing game and just relying on that and 2 plays per first down, you know, type of thing, taking the outlet and the safe play on this. Look at all the counters he was running into. Man, oh man, they are firing. And some of it, though, he was really going right into it. You could read the percentages and really keeping on trying to go with the play action is the way to go after my setup. It's the lower percentages. Just on this one, just not able to get it done. Oh, double slants, that sucked. I just did not get a good look. Really good coverage on the play. That was a coverage sack. Gets picked uncountered on Chancellor. Alright, so you can kind of see what I did there. So soft counter setup, you can use plays that you really like to use. Alright, now let's play another one here. Now Knox Strong. Let's see who he's got. He's got a 105 defense here. And that is definitely one thing. That offense is definitely better than the setup I just saw. Interesting. So he's got Wake in there at defensive end. This is boosting his offense. I wonder if this is going to be on the field when I play here. Interesting. But Knox Strong. Actually, we didn't check for Weddle. Let's see if he's got him or not. No. He's got a bunch of boosters in there for his offense. Man, that's too much work. I still say that's too much work. Way too much work. But it'll be interesting with that display to see what defense I'm actually playing against on the field here. You know, because the overalls of the offense said one thing, and then, you know, the defense that was showing up said another. I mean, what team is going to be on the field? Let's double check again and see what counters system he was kind of running. So short pass looked pretty open, 14%. See if he changed up, 17%, slightly higher, 17. And then weak eye dig is taken away. All right, so short passing. We're going to go halfback on that one. Strong IFB middle. Was just about to go to Olsen. Should have lobbed it, actually, and threw him open. Oh, now we got to get a lot back, and that doesn't look so good. Get the first down, though. It looked almost like a counter, but really what it was really heavy pass rush. It left everything in the middle of the field kind of open in that situation. So just get it to the tight end quickly. And underneath there to Gronk. Looks like he's going to pick up the first down. Don't know what he's doing against the run game too much, but we're going to find out. We are going to find out, because if we get into a good enough situation, we'll kick the field goal. Man, that's freezy. Real freezy. All right, spread FL drag, counter setup, critical. Oh, just unlucky. And that really takes me out of field goal range. And with the freezy screen, you know, we're going to go, actually, we're going to go cross up and flip it. Jeez. Inside pass rush. I don't know if Frederick got beat on that when I was looking. I had a good look if my line had held up. But as it does a lot in Hall of Fame, it did not hold up. I was trying to see if Frederick got beat, but... Alright, so another one here. What am I doing here? So 15% and FB Flair just sack, not getting it done. 3-4 difficult to pass against. Decent percentages against the run. Get picked by Doc. And here we go. Let's see if he's got Weddle. Got a really good team. That's what he's got. Bunch of boss players. No, he's got Doc and Chancellor, and he's playing Doc at strong. Alright, so 3-4. And try to get a good drive going down the field with the low percentages and short passing. Haven't really tried to open it up with play action or anything else. But it looks like a hard counter setup, so I'm going to assume that the really good play action plays are taken away. And we're going to try to do a normal kind of Ice 9 drive. Got to get that one in there, in that small window. Really got to time that play. Dump it. And it was a counter. And that one does not. Fail at 190. I still don't understand that. Fail at 197. It failed the challenge, but Olsen is quite a bit heavier than that. I don't get it. I do not get it. But alright. We're going to go trips, tight end, stick. Not a real good look on that one. Strong IFB middle. And that was one hellacious pass rush right there is what that was. But it did leave space to get it to the fullback. We're going to go one on there because we had a defender breaking on the ball. We are going to try to run. And we're going to try a Y stick on there. Looks like a counter look. And on that one, when you get the critical, just release. Otherwise, if it wasn't a critical, I might try to bullet it. And a lot of times you'll get a 7, 8, 9 yard completion out of it. If you don't move the quarterback in the pocket, you get a better throw. And a lot of times you'll get a catch. But on a critical, just dump the ball. It's basically like throwing the ball away is essentially what it's like. Okay, so let us see what we can do here. And we're going to flip up bunch flanker drive is what we're going to do. And we're going to catch a counter for our efforts. So third down. We're going to be careful about this one because field goal would still tie. A tie is better than nothing. Arc throw. No catch with Olsen on fourth down. Right read. Pretty good throw. Just can't go up and get it. That's a little bit far left. Alright. So we tie that one up. And this guy's been playing me a lot. And with that, I should remember what kind of setup that he has. All go, spread PA out, strong flood. I'm going to try a different game plan on him because he plays me so much. I don't want him to get too comfortable with the soft counters. Try to take some of those plays that he was running there, although he was running a bunch of different kind of plays. All right, bounce into the end zone, please. It does. And this guy, really good player. I am playing some good ones for sure. Some good players. I failed the challenge. Oh well. Looks like a counter. And it was not a counter. We'll go tight end on that one. We'll go trips. It's counter. Thought it was a counter. Seemed like a counter. Was not a counter. Was freezy like it was a screen recorder. It looks like a counter though. Well, it's not. It is not. Alright, so curls flats. Outlets open. We will try to truck occasionally along those sidelines. We're going to do double slants. Go to 1 immediately on that one. Coverage was with the outlet tight end all the way. Curls, that's a good look. Hopefully we don't get a deflection and the linebackers rush. They rush, but we do get the deflection. I just let that one go and tried to lead the tight end. Or flip the spread FL drag again. Not a terrible down in situation to do that. And really on this one, you got to go for 2. Counter look. Was trying to get to the pylon, but honestly, it's so freezy with the screen recorder. Maybe just have to restart the phone more often, but at least to get a touchdown against him. And New Orleans Saints. Let's see if my normal thing was kind of working, or so 26%. Actually, the run is really low counters. Short passing. All right, let's see what he's doing there on that drive. He does like to run it a little bit. He's mixing it up. Leave the soft counters in against this guy. And we'll play another one. And we'll talk about EA repeating the linebacker event again. And the thing is, I'm getting a little bit better about it. I got 3 collectibles this morning for Gauntlet. I just don't feel like playing that damn thing all day. I really don't. It's freaking annoying. You know, it gets anything. I mean, when you're playing it a lot and grinding, it wasn't very good, was it? It was just, I thought it's just monotonous. It's terrible. Come on, Olsen. Attaboy. You know, so I'm not going to be playing that. That looked like a counter, so that was the dump off in a hurry before they could get me. And actually, I got a completion out of it. I took a little bit something off the ball. That may not be a bad way to do that. You know, I got pretty decent yardage out of that. And keeping in mind his run percentage is so low. And we're within field goal range now. And that would really put him in a bad situation. Kind of a zigzag run there. All right, let's run toss. And no trucking. You know what, though? We are going to try at least to get a good look at this and keep the drive going. On that down, 3rd and 4th and short, I do not like running the football. Even 4th and 1, if I've got a play that's uncountered, I don't like running the football. I like putting it in the air. I really do. I've thought that since last year, you just get so many blitz looks or guys absolutely crowding the middle of the field on 3rd and 4th and short. I always thought that short passing was the way to go since last year, and definitely this year. Nothing has changed my opinion about it. We're going to give a fullback dive here. Pounding the football. We're going to try weak gut. That looks like a counter. Nope, it is not. We're going to try curls. See if we can get a look. No. We do not get to look up the middle. So, goal line, you're going to get a heavy pass rush. Pass protection and curls and Hall of Fame is not good. And not a little bad start to head today. Playing some good teams. If we had one with Weddle, I might actually look for different plays and see what I could do over the top. But, didn't have too many situations where I really had to put it up in the air. So, waiting for everybody else to play us back. What are you going to do? But, all right, so yeah, gauntlet today. I don't know, with this 33 jump, it's just a stat. Players don't play to their stats all the time anyway, so, we'll see how that Weddle card is. In any case, it might make a really good nickel, even though the nickel is a good place to put one of the many boosted cornerbacks that are below 98 overall that a lot of people are playing, like myself, playing MVP Master Rhodes over there. So he in any case, I think he'd be the best nickel. A dime does have to jump. Ideally, you want a dime that's long, 3rd and 4th and long, and you need somebody who's tall and can jump. A safety, Sherman, somebody like that could go up and contest jump balls and coverage. That's what a dime has to do. But a nickel has to play more zone and will get more underneath type of picks. And so that'd be perfect for this Weddle card, from what I understand. But, with the jump, playing him at free safety, you could go over the top of that card, if that's really what that is. And we'll see, again, how the stats and how the card plays. But it seems to me if you got somebody with an arm and who's not going to underthrow the ball, you're going to be able to get Weddle. You're going to be able to exploit that card. So, girlfriend chiming in here. I'll get back to her in a second. But, we'll have to see how that goes. So, gauntlet today, along with the Weddle card and its hidden stat. And it's just weird that they're doing cards like that they're like the signature card jump is in the 60s, so it's actually higher than the positional hero, where you would assume all the stats would be a little bit higher on the 98 versus the 97. Not the case. On the signature card, the big problem is play recognition is a little low. 78, and that is going to make an impact. It's huge on a safety, as I said in my last video. So, both those cards, and not a real tall guy. So, this is not Ed Reed from last year, the signature card. No doubt about that. They're kind of tilting stats a certain way to they're better for overall than they might be for gameplay with those two particular cards. But now it is frustrating because now our choices for safety, so I got Mitchell here and I'd like to upgrade him. If I upgrade Mitchell and maybe Sherman, right, with the true 95 overall, and then Beasley, even though I like that card, if I upgrade all three of those, I'm at a 103 or 104 defense, depending on what else I do right away. Maybe Urlacher too. So we got some guys in here who are lower overalls, even though they boost up high, they're affecting the defense and what it plays at. So, this one, the easy thing to do would put Derek Johnson in there for the time being. Then we get a new safety. Then we upgrade Beasley. Then maybe we get somebody in for Sherman. Like we could do something like this right here. And it goes down to 101 overall. But, just say we put Rhodes in there. We see the special teams go down. It's still at a 103. But we get some other upgrades in there. And look at this. Rhodes now only at a 98. With this setup, we got to play Domination Von Miller to get Rhodes up there to a 99. So it becomes a little bit of a juggling type of thing, and I do like the Super Bowl version of that better. Hall, his spot is in the nickel. He is definitely a nickel all day, but we're going to put it back the way it was, is what we are going to do. We still want that acceleration boost. And I think Rhodes will be decent at dime. See what his jump stat is. It doesn't say it in here. But he's a big enough guy. He should be decent at dime, even though I think Sherman is probably a little bit better. But some things to do to get that defense up here, and having the positional hero safety this week would have been very, very cool. Good news is the next one with this 98-99 thing that they're doing, eventually they should be all 99s. I would assume, in the second positional hero safety should be a 99. So we'll see how that works out. Our other choices at safety, if we look at this, so let's look, 97 overall and above, and safety. So positional hero Weddle is already everywhere. Man, these are hard sets to make coins off of now. We're so many people. Just this morning when I did Frederick, there were already a bunch out at the auction house. People are just all over this, trying to make coins off the player with an early release. Getting it out in the auction house as quickly as possible. But we'll see how that card kind of drops. I could play Kraus. It's not an expensive card at this point, but the thing is, there's actually, some red in there, and it's a good card. I get picked by it. I get, I see the boss card more with the teams that I'm playing, but that's not a bad card. There's Doc here. He's going for under $1 million. That's a solid card. It's a 98. And, there's the signature card right here. So front page stats are great, but we've seen with these two Weddle cards that, there's hidden stats that they just nerf on the card. And, there's stats that really make a difference. Jump and play recognition. I mean, jump, if it was something normal, 60s, 70s, 80s, we got Harrison Smith here. I haven't seen what some of the other stats are. 90 speed, we'd like a little bit more at this point. And the tackle is also a little bit low. It's okay for a free, but I'd like somebody with at least more speed at free safety. Then, of course, Boss Dawkins here. But I think this is going to be a position. I'm just once again, I'm going to wait. If I don't think that it's a true upgrade or what I want, why spend coins that are really hard to get? It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, even if the Sanders card was a lot cheaper, what I got to ask myself when I look at this card now, is this an end game safety? And just on the basis of height, I can't say it is. I really can't say it is. I mean, there's some really good stats in the card. Zone is good enough, but it's not an end game card, and that's end game money. It's just, once you go through this game enough, my third season now, it just, better cards are going to come out. If the GTs come out, more Ultimate Legends come out, Sean Taylor, should get an Ultimate Legend, or maybe one of the other promos. They're going to get a Sean Taylor card, so why do this just for a little bit of overall, even though overall is really a lot more important than it was any other year in league to league now. If you've got a one advantage overall, on your defense playing somebody's offense, you're going to get more critical counters. That really does mean that overall matters now more than ever, but still, with it being as hard to make coins as it is right now, it's just spending a whole lot of money just doesn't seem to make sense. One thing that I did spend money on, though, is that I went ahead and picked up a fourth 2-point conversion card, and that means I could run a fourth game plan. And what I plan to do with this one is make it a very individual type of thing where I could set it up for opponents who run weird plays very well and that I want to take away. So I will run that setup for that. And then just so for Hall of Fame, and then also in league to league, if somebody has like weird plays that they run with success and I need to throw something in live counter them, or just on an individual basis, that'll give me a little bit more flexibility for sure. I mean, it'd be really cool to have two Ultimate Freeze setups with different, just changing them back and forth and going back and forth between them when somebody's doing more long passing and play action passing, put more collectibles in for that and vice versa. But, those cards are still kind of expensive, and, to do another full Ultimate Freeze setup would be very expensive at this point. So that is it, guys. A little bit of gameplay for you, a little bit discussion on promos, and then, this garbage linebacker pursuit game. I'm sure other people are better at this than I am. I really, if it was the rushing minigame, I actually have fun with that with CJ2K. So, that I'd be all in if they did that one again, or if they rotated in field goal challenge, or, come back in the fourth quarter. But they repeat the same event. It's just a troll. That's what this is, an EA troll to run this event again. It is difficult. It's not like Pocket Presents, but basically it looks like I'm going to take a week off because I got super frustrated with this event last week, and it's just not worth it. I'll just wait, on the settlement thing. It's not like that card is going to, turn the world upside down for me. So it's just not worth that kind of effort. But Easter should be coming out soon, and I hope All Rookie they do something as well. It was about this time last year where All Rookie started out. We'll see what happens because Easter's coming, and I doubt they're going to run two big promos at the same time. There's no updates on Campus Heroes for this week, so that is unfortunate. Hopefully they're not discontinuing that. Let's do our last game time here. Finally get it over with. I'm using it basically, get these guys, and hopefully they come out with a Silver Medal Master or something like last year. They haven't done anything of the sort so far. And let's see what else we got here. We don't have our new throwback yet. Unsung Heroes, we got the update, and it's the same. The cool thing is you could do the old set, so if you could pull the old cards, you could do something with it. Actually, on the live event, I got DeMario Davis, but I decided to sell him. It was not worth it. But at some point, though, if these cards are still pullable in packs and enough of them are out there, maybe they go down a little bit in value. I think that might be unlikely because less of them will be out there. But this whole thing, this promo sucks, in my opinion. It really does. I mean, yeah, if you don't have Ultimate Freeze, and you don't have a pack unit, and this is a little bit of an upgrade probably on a pack unit. But is it really worth all that? These players are just, for a lot of teams, they might be good. And we look at Buckner here as an individual player because that's what you got to take into account. He's not real fast and he's not real strong. Hit power's good. I mean, his stats are okay. Let's look at the other version here. So hit power's higher. Awareness is a little bit lower. But, the cards aren't good enough. The cards should be good enough to kind of justify doing the set in and of themselves, not just going after the Doomsday. I mean, these are kind of hard cards to pull. So if they were like 96s with boost, maybe a +1 boost, or maybe 98s, that might be a lot to ask considering it's, the sets aren't that difficult to do. They only require 5 collectibles. But I think really by this time of the year, those players need to be 98 overalls or 96 with a +1 boost. The players in and of themselves for the promo have to be good enough to justify getting them, especially because they're duplicates, because they're two slightly different versions of the same player. You can only play one. It's a waste. It really is. It's a waste, this promo. So, not to get too negative on them, but my goodness, I mean, they not too great at all. Now season stars, though, are up to 96s. It just so happens that, that's not an awesome card by any way. It's a weak 96, I would say. I'd rather play any number of linebackers over this card. And then offensive tackle, whatever, it's really good for overall. With that kind of speed, though, I definitely put him at left tackle. I wouldn't want him at right tackle, getting out quicked by the quicker defensive ends in this game. It's a broken position anyways. You don't want a guy with this kind of speed over there at right tackle, in my opinion, that Schwartz card. Otherwise, though, it looks pretty decent. And then we'll see what they do for Ultimate Legends. And, like I said, Easter should be upon us. And, that promo last year, Easter, I liked the promo because the live event, you got so much stuff out of it. Even if it was junk, bronze items, you really did get a lot from the live event last year. But the master players, like, for example, they had a 96 Night Train Lane card that was with no boost. And, we had the Blitz version last year, too, with the strength boost. Not real creative this year. They had the same thing, right? And it just wasn't an upgrade at all. And then the best players were pack-only type of things. So, they're doing more and more of that this year. They did it with Combine. They've done it with some other promos where, it just really sucks when the best players are pack-only with the odds being what they are. So Easter was kind of a mixed bag last year. And first year Madden Mobile, Easter was really good. I mean, they had some sweet cards that came out in Easter, year one. Can't show Legacy Team from 2 years ago. But there was a Rod Woodson safety card, 99 safety, with corner-like stats for coverages. It was phenomenal card. And actually, that card, even though he's a little bit smaller, he made plays against Gronk. That card showed up in film. No doubt about it. I put him at strong safety because of it, even though he's really more of a free safety, if anything. You know, that was a great card. Just to give you an example, there was an Emmitt Smith card. I believe there was a Shannon Sharp card. There were a number of 99 cards that came out first year. You know, and last year, I mean, all you got to talk about now, we see with the safeties and struggling to get an upgrade now. In April, more than halfway through the year, to really get a good safety. And last year, this was about when All Rookie Doc came out. You know, what else came out here? Well, 98 Signature Ed Reed, which was a ball hawk. That was a great free safety card. Like I said, it was out in October. That card was out in October. You know, and we've gotten nothing like that. They're just really holding back the good players and trying to pace it more. In a way, it's kind of a good thing, and there are some really good players out there. But in a way, it is super frustrating. And with the promos going on right now, with these kind of junky 96s through one promo, redundant 96s that are halfway decent but aren't really worth that many coins if you want to sell them. Then positional heroes here. I mean, we see a card where it just seems like EA is trolling. We'll see how this card plays, but you know, where if all anybody looked at were the front page stats, they'd be like, okay, where do I sign up? You know, and they would do the set right now. As it is, it might still be a good card, but with that low jump, man, that's going to make a difference. I really do think it's going to make a difference. Then we got throwbacks here, and you know, these are all 95s. It's better in a way than last year, because last year it was the luck of the draw purely. You put in elite and gold trophies, and you just had to do one until you got one of the good new flashbacks. With this, you can go after an individual player, so that's definitely a good thing. But they're all 95s at this point, you know, so some of the cards might be pretty decent on these. But the other thing about it too is live event. I've gotten none of these as of yet, and I haven't gotten really enough snapshots to really get anything else. So, you know, I might have to do packs or just grind on that live event, but I'm not going to grind too much in the live event if some of those things are impossible to pull. You know, I've worked the live event a little bit and wasn't getting much. That seemed like kind of a tough live event. Fan favorites here, you know, these are still 95s, you know, so just very ho-hum. But we'll see what Easter has to offer. Again, as I always say in my videos, my hope is that there's either a really good master player that comes through Easter, or maybe even more than one master player with booths that you could actually do through sets, and having the parts being auctionable would also be a huge thing, because, you know, just trying to give things that people can make coins off of. You know, this is beyond getting some of the excess coins out of the system that were created through coin sellers and buyers. This is beyond this now. This is starving the economy and wanting people to get desperate and buy packs. And from what I'm reading on Muthead and just what I think myself, it's backfiring. It's backfiring massively. It doesn't make me want to go open more packs, because the packs have been absolute crap this year. You know, you could get as many of them as you want for a lot of the promos, but, you know, the pull rates have been terrible. And, you know, it's not any kind of, if you open packs, if that's your way in hoping to get better players, you're going to be broke very, very quickly in terms of coins in this game. And the whole thing, you know, so you're going to spend more money, real money, to get packs. you know that you're going to get more crappy odds on. That needs to stop now. You know, they've gotten enough coins out of the economy. They need to come forward with some good promos, with good players. Easter maybe with one or two master players with boosts. Of course, we love the speed boost. It's about time we get a speed boost that everybody can get in auctionable parts. We need it. We definitely need it. But we'll see what EA does, guys. And that is my video for the day. Thanks for watching.